Bom dia, boa tarde, good afternoon. Here from, where are we again? We're near Monument Valley in this little airfield. Codename Uniform Tango 25, which is the Monument Valley Airport here in Utah, USA. Thought it was Arizona, but I guess it's right near the border. And I don't have real-time weather, but I have real-time players. There's a lot of people flying around here because the USA patch, World Update patch, just came out earlier today for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've loaded it up, and now I'm going to take off on a trip here from Monument Valley and fly down to the Grand Canyon, two places that I've been to in real life. This is the flight plan. Let me try to bring it up here to show it to you on the screen here. I use this website called SkyVector, which is for real pilots. I don't file the flight plan because I don't want to, get in trouble because I'm going to fly a simulator here. It's not a real airplane, and we're going to fly from here. We're going to take off from this little Monument Valley Airport here. We're going to fly by the mitts, the famous mitts, like these. They look like two mittens, okay, like these rocks, these geological formations that are these eroded buttes that have, looks like they're coming out of the ground, It's like, don't shoot, and it's a beautiful landscape. I've been there in real life, and then we're gonna fly all the way down here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a straight line flight path. I might decide to follow the river. I'm just gonna get some height and see what looks interesting, but we are going to fly down the Grand Canyon, where I went down and camped for a couple of nights many years ago, and then we're going to land on the Grand Canyon Airport. I forget the exact name over there. And the place I'm taking, the Monument Valley, is a beautiful place. Here is me there back in 2005. This is a photograph of my companion Amber. There's the two mitts. You can tell that she's a better photographer than I am because look at that. That was just a snapshot, but I think that's a very nice photograph. And it's me. It was a great trip. This is 2005, and we're gonna proceed from here to the Grand Canyon, which is this. This is a picture from inside on the Kaibab Trail, I think, or the Bright Angel Trail when we were walking back up. It took 2 days to walk back up, so we're gonna fly over here. We're gonna fly from here to here, and someone just buzzed me over here. Okay, so there's a bunch of players flying around because everyone is excited about this USA World Update here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So let's switch back to the internal view. Let's I don't even think I need to ask for permission from ATC because I've been standing here for a while and I think they gave me permission earlier. So I'm going to unlock the parking brakes. I'm going to try not to crash. It's been a while since I've played this. I've been playing space simulations, where I can go straight up and stuff. This one I have to get some speed before I can take off. So let's see what happens. I'm going to try not to crash. Okay, here we go. Full power. One thing I noticed is with this update, Whoa. And I haven't flown this. Oh, there's quite a bit of wind here. Strong wind from the port side here. You can see on the windsock over there. No, I think this is just a torque because the wind is coming from the other side. Okay, yeah, there's wind coming from that side. I can feel the plane going a little bit. I think that's the torque as well. Okay, gear up. Alright. Very cool little animation work here by Asobo Studios on this VLB, what was the name of this? It's a VL aircraft. I forget the name of this. I flew it over São Paulo a while back. A VL3 Evolution. As a pilot here, as a digital pilot, you can turn your neck all the way on the other side. I can go like that. I can go all the way around. Fantastic. So it's. You can tell it's a video game by that. It's not real, it's a video game. That's why you see all these player tags up here. There's Canyon Boss 1, there's Zulu Phasers 514601. What do people, I don't understand why people put these. Okay, Hyper Mace up there. We have UAL 763, Yawning Weasel, Sky Ta 774747, Lethal Dose number 1814. Alright, sounds like a really, interesting person there. Got Cast Planet 89862, Famous Hydra 1641, and Savage SAVG further down over there, and this beautiful weather here. I don't have real-time weather. I've put some scattered clouds because if it was real-time weather, it'd just be a bright blue sky that would, as far as the eye can see. And for me, that bright blue sky, it's not the most exciting type of weather to fly in. It's nice sometimes, but I really wanted to look at some clouds while I'm flying here to the Monument Valley. I forget the Native American name for this place, but it is a very beautiful spiritual place, and I do recommend you visit it in real life if you can at some point. And I don't know if I'm shouting too much, if I'm too loud. Let me check. Let me lower the engine volume sounds here to try to so I don't have to shout over the engine. Maybe that's a little better. And so I don't have to, keep shouting as if I'm in a real airplane, because I'm not in a real airplane. I could try to lower my my voice volume a little bit and just try to enjoy the view here. And I'm thinking about removing these badges because it takes away from the view. In fact, let's do that right now. Let me try to trim my airplane to the right a bit. Oh, I have to put the flaps up. It has been a long while since I've okay, flaps are up now since I've flown this, and here are the mittens, okay? Many years ago, 2005, that's what, 15 years ago I was here. And it was really a wonderful trip. Alright. Once I'm out of the Grand Canyon, I'm gonna turn off these name tags. Alright, let's do a little bit of a stunt flight over here. Hopefully I won't crash. Let's fly in between this left-hand mitten here. Or try to. I don't know if my wingspan will fit. Oh, just about. Alright. I do want to get flyby view set up. The controls were changed a bit on this update. I had to remap a couple of things, and I wonder if my drone view has been remapped. The translation view, like being able to translation view, do this and this, had been remapped. Higher, lower in the cockpit, that sort of stuff I had to remap that. It was reset for some reason. I wonder if this finger broke off or a while back, or if it was always like this. Beautiful Monument Valley and World Update USA, Microsoft Flight Simulator at high definition view here. Lots of people. Here comes Roko Taco. Here comes Banana something. Here comes Cast Planet. Hypermace is over at there's a TBM 9er over at 10,249 feet up there. Let me get my trim. Oh, maybe my trim has also been reset. No, I think it's been okay. I just had to press none lock. All right. My oh, here you go. Fantastic. I found out I got my aileron trim too, so I don't have to keep going like this all the time, because the little whirly thing in front of the airplane is going one way. It makes the airplane want to go the other way. But since the whirly thing is not as heavy as the airplane, it's not like makes it go really fast. So you just have to trim. You have to trim the ailerons. You have to go and look at when you look at these things over here. These are the ailerons, those things that move there, and there's some little trim tabs there. Hard to see right now, and those are these tiny little flight surfaces that you can control, so that if your airplane wants to turn that side, you can make one of the little trim tabs go up a little bit, so that wind hits it and keeps it down just a little bit, and you can control the attitude of this aircraft, so that you don't have to keep holding the flight stick in a particular way to constantly. It's very helpful for especially long flights, and especially a single engine propeller airplanes, because there is this torque I was talking about in some colorful terms of the whirly thing that makes you turn. And okay, I'm gonna do a low flight where I was back in Back in 2005. Okay, so there's me over there. All right. And I'm gonna go and try to I'm gonna do a low flight over the visitor center, where that photograph was taken, which is right here. And I remember when I visited, I told these rangers over there, I want to go for a walk around those things, you know. And they looked at me, and one of them looked at the other, and he said, "Look, Charlie, this guy wants to go for a walk by the mittens." The other guy just started laughing, you know. And afterwards, they told me, like, "Man, if you go for a walk there, it's much further than you think." And at this temperature right now, it was about midday at the time. You know, you're gonna get dehydrated, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble. It's not as close as it looks. It's far. And this is where I was when this happened. It was like I think it was either here, or more likely here. I think it was over here. No, it was there. It was right around there. There's some rocks there, and that was where that picture was taken of Monument Valley, 2005. So I'm going to do another pass here, and then we're gonna start heading towards the Grand Canyon. I did put more fuel than usual in this machine to give me plenty of endurance in case I want to do you know, some detours. And let's see if I don't crash here. I'm gonna try something a little crazy. Okay, here we go. Okay, and here we go, right between the mittens, right between the hands. Let's do one from this side too, just to tempt fate, you know, that I might crash here. Nice lighting in this game. Always good to come back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I feel the performance. This is probably because I'm in a, you know, I'm in an open space. There's no cities nearby, so the performance when you don't have the big cities tend to improve. But I don't know. I feel like the game feels smoother. The loading was faster. So Microsoft, Asobo Studios, they keep making this, keep improving this video game as time goes on, which is a very nice feature of having the internet to distribute video games. You can keep adding to the video game as time goes by. It doesn't have to be finished from the beginning like it used to. It used to be the case years ago. All right, let's get back on our flight plan here. That's Monument Valley. Now we're gonna head down to the Grand Canyon. I think I'm gonna follow the river instead of heading straight down there. So let's do a quick flight over this big butte over here. Is it Butte or Butte? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And I'm gonna quickly check the sound levels again. Maybe a little bit lower of the airplane, so that it doesn't take over, you know. And later today, it's my niece's birthday. She's in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, so after this, I think I'm gonna press the Microsoft Flight Simulator warp drive button. I'm gonna warp to Rio de Janeiro and do a flyby and perhaps a landing over there to wish her happy birthday. Happy birthday to Bia, 18 years old, my niece. And pretty much as long a time as I haven't been to Brazil. So my mom pretty annoyed at me, you know. It's like, you're not Brazilian anymore. What happened to you? And you know, I say, no, I'm not Brazilian. I don't like nationalities. I'm a citizen of the world. You know, I'm a citizen of planet Earth. I want one day to be able to use United Earth credits like you have in Star Citizen to buy stuff instead of, you know, dollars or pounds or reais or whatever. Oh, a little bit of turbulence up here, or whatever many currencies we have. Okay, and I'm over this, and I'm getting a little over this Pac-Man stuff, all this stuff in front here, so I'm gonna quickly interrupt this. I'm gonna go to General. I'm gonna go to, I think it's Data, or is it a Traffic? And traffic nameplates, I'm gonna turn them off because I think they need to do a bit of work to give a couple of options for us with these traffic nameplates, because if there's too many of them, or they're just one, they're so big that they take away from the experience. I feel. I think I would love some more subtle ones that, you know, it's a very small text, and perhaps only when you're pointing at it does it show the name, that does the name appear. I think that would be a nice addition to this. And when you're not pointing at it, it's just no nameplate, you just see a little light. I think that would be a nice option to have for these traffic nameplates, so that so like, for example, over there I see like the green light of starboard, the right side of the airplane, and he's doing the same thing, like flying through there. Everyone flying by the mittens. Okay, so it would be nice to be able to see this, and when I look at it, maybe even press a button to make a nameplate appear, or even better, just this sort of thing. When you look at it, the nameplate appears. But another option would be to have a keyboard command to turn nameplates on and off, so that we could you know, dynamically toggle them, so you don't have to. The crash noise over there. All right, let's go try to fly formation of this person for a bit before we leave this wonderful, beautiful landscape here. The Monument Valley, in the borders, you know, the several, you know, I don't like borders, but in Navajo Nation, okay, I'm just going to call it Navajo Nation. There were many tribes here. The Native Americans had a lot of tribes, but the states, in the current borders of the states of the United States, or the disunited states, depending on perspective right now, it's I think Utah and Arizona. Let me take a look quickly. Oh, I'll just leave it. It's okay. I don't want to crash right now. Okay. Let's see if I can find this player and do a quick little hello. I think I hear Amber arriving. She went to the grocery store. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in the United States. We gonna give thanks, you know, to the cosmos and to the universe, and we're gonna cook some good stuff. Oh, and we got some Fernet Branca. Mamma mia, che bellezza! Un Fernet è arrivato qui. We can have a Fernet Branca. I can't believe that Amber found this. Where do you find this? At the supermarket? Oh. Whoa. Okay. All right. Let's do love living for 17. 1, 2, okay. 17 min MSFS. Okay. Whoa, and I don't want to crash here, but let's do a low pass over the desert. Low passes are fun in this game because it does model. I have to be careful not to knock over the Fernet Branca. It does model all these little bushes and stuff, you know. And look at this little house there. Looks like a ranger house. Let's do a quick pass on it. And this particular airplane, I chose this. I chose the VLB, whatever it was called, because it's a faster airplane, and it makes it for more exciting flying at low level. But the main reason I chose it is because since we're going to fly in the Grand Canyon, you know, if I fly into the Grand Canyon, I have to fly into the Grand Canyon. Okay, with turbulence and stuff like that. And if I do that, okay, I almost dropped my wing too much. If I do that, I need power to get out of the canyon, because if you don't have enough power, those canyon walls are really high, and you're not going to be able to get out. You're going to turn at a really low airspeed, and your wing's going to drop, and you're going to smash, like you're going to smudge yourself onto the wall of the canyon, which wouldn't be very nice. So I chose this airplane. Let me turn my all the way around. A VL3 Evolution JB aircraft, I think, because it is more powerful, faster top speed, and it will allow us to fly inside the canyon and be able to get out of the canyon once you get to the Grand Canyon successfully, hopefully. That is, if I don't crash, you know, because I'm really tempting fate here. Here's going to be another pass on this mitten, and this will be my last one for now. Ciao ragazzi, ciao cats. Have some my cats are over here, Amber's over here, the Fernet Branca's over here. Whoa, okay, nice. Okay, I have not crashed. That is good. Let's keep going. Actually, one more thing before I go, should I try a touch and go on the thing? No, let's not do it, because I don't want to, you know, disturb the spirits over there. Okay, I'm gonna disturb the spirits later at another stream in Devil's Tower. That's another place I've been in real life, and that has been added to Microsoft Flight Simulator in high definition. And it's a place that you know, climbers go, but it's a sacred place for a Native American tribe over there, and they have this quite a beautiful story that this girl got this bear was chasing this girl, and then the heavens made this rock raise out from the grounds like these beauties, these butts, whatever however you pronounce them, and she was taken up, and then the bear was clawing at the side of it, and those are the claw marks, the geological formations of the claw marks. It's a really gorgeous story. I'm probably totally simplifying over here. That's Devil's Tower, and we are gonna fly there in a different stream. All right. Okay. All right. Let's say goodbye to Monument Valley. I'll look behind me. There's Monument Valley with this nice little misty day that I've set up in the weather here. I put broken clouds as one of my favorite weather settings in Microsoft the Flight Simulator. Let's take a look at our VFR, Visual Flight Rules map. Okay, the Grand Canyon is down here, but I think I'm gonna turn right here and I'm gonna follow the Colorado River to get into it. Okay, because I want to. I don't want to go too much into these crowds. I don't want to freeze up my windscreen here. Oh, and I'm a little stuck here with my translation. Let me see if I can do it like this. Oh, here you go. Yeah, it's hot, huh? It's very hot here in New York inside today, and I'm gonna get even hotter because I'm wearing this, you know, this pilot suit. So. In this stream, who knows, maybe you're gonna see me take a shirt off or something. Alright, okay, let's see. Alright, getting a bit more to the left. And we are going to head onto, I believe it's called the Colorado River. Let me put this on here, because I don't want to keep see, Monument Valley map. Let's take a look. I'll leave you with a nice side view, so you have a nice view of Monument Valley behind us over there. You could follow this road that we just passed over and follow it, the Ohato Monument Valley 163 this is, I think, Highway 163. We're going to go to, yes, towards Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, and we are going to jump in to the San Juan River, which is going to become the I think it becomes the Colorado River. Although it's funny, the Google Maps is not really telling me what the name of that river is. But let's keep moving, and we'll get there. Okay. I wasn't paying attention, so I totally flipped around. And I'm going to drop some altitude here because it is getting quite overcast. You can see this wonderful light changes that happens when you fly into clouds, and you can see like the distant landscape lit by the clouds up ahead. Just one of the best things about this flight simulator is the lighting. More airplanes flying around. A lot of people want to come and check out these landmarks. Monument Valley is when you turn on Microsoft Flight Simulator now, and it has this World Update USA message, Monument Valley is the picture there, so there'll be a lot of people coming here just because of that, probably like, where is this, you know? Okay, keep checking my Visual Flight Rules map, and yes, we are headed towards the San Juan River up here, which will turn into this canyon. There's the Lake Powell, I think. And PGA, I don't think it's the PGA Tour. I think it's like some airfield over there. Let's head that direction. I don't want to really run out of fuel here. And you see like there's a little blinking light here. I think my torque, it's probably an RPM warning that it's too high. I'm gonna reduce throttle a little bit so that that warning disappears. And once, so that I reminded myself here as a note to myself, so that I don't panic if all of a sudden the engine turns off. That's probably because the fuel ran out in one of the tanks, and I have to go in here and I have to switch the fuel from the left tank to the right tank. Okay. Here's the trim. This is the little thing that turns those little tabs I was telling you about. leaving behind Monument Valley in the under some clouds there. Flying towards the San Juan River, Lake Powell. Let me switch back to the flight plan to show you an approximate flight plan of what are we doing here. We're around here right now. We're gonna do that. I didn't put that in the plan, but that's all right. With visual flight rules, you can just look out of your airplane, see something interesting, see a road, see a river, and follow it. It's one of the beauties of flying, and it's why I really enjoy, personally, I really enjoy flying light airplanes in flight simulators and lighter crafts because of the beauty of flying at lower altitude. The beauty you can see. In Star Citizen, you can fly very high altitude and leave your atmosphere, which it's a whole other beautiful perspective. I have not flown a jet in Microsoft Flight Simulator yet. I do plan to do it soon. There's so many switches and buttons that it's a little bit intimidating. So I haven't flown. I've landed on Mount Everest with a TBM-9, which was pretty crazy. That was about 8 kilometers up. I think 35,000 feet or so. But that's the highest I've flown in this. But that was a propeller airplane. I haven't flown a jet that went really high. I plan to do that soon, and someone who lives in Rome wanted me to land a jet in a road on the streets there, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Maybe a Learjet, but it would have to be in the Grande Raccordo Anulare or something like the ring road around Rome's a big road if it's a jet. If it's a little road in the city, it's not really going to happen because the landing rotation distance I don't think it's going to allow me to do that. Too short of a landing distance. With small airplanes, you can do it. One thing I miss about the Cessna 152 or 172 or the Savage Cub is that the wing is above you, so you have a better visibility when you look to the side. For this one, I have to drop the wing to really be able to look directly below me. So all airplanes have, pros, advantages and disadvantages, pros and cons, with visibility, with engine power, with ceiling, with agility. That's one of the interesting things about why I think airplanes are such interesting characters, interesting machines for video games, is because they almost naturally give you different statistics. For example, like in RPGs you have characters with different statistics. One can jump high, one has can fire bows and arrows, the other one has magic, the other one is very charismatic and can get you to open the door without you having to fire a shot. And in flight simulators, the airplanes have the personality. One can is very nippy and can fly around. This one here is pretty fast for its size. It's a little bit of a Ferrari of the skies, although that's the name of another plane that I think they're working on, not Asobo Studio, someone else. And so you have all these other personalities, and what is missing, I think, from a lot of flight simulators is too much focus on I don't blame focus on realism. I think this is awesome. I love realistic. I love simulations, which is almost by definition it has to be a realistic thing. But I would love for more of these simulators to add a bit of a story or a bit some RPG elements where you have for example a little home airfield and you can take missions to transport cargo, or you can do a smuggling operation, drugs over the border, or maybe you're law enforcement and you want to track these other airplanes and maybe you have guns on them and it's World War II mercenaries and you have the damage modeling in IL-2 and you have a character development. You can get out of your airplane, put different flight suits on, have your hair flying out in the wind with no helmet at all, and that sort of thing I think would really add a lot, combined with the realism of these of these flight simulators combined with those types of gameplay systems which are more traditional. Hey badass, one do buds! How are you, sir? Combined with the more with the physics and the you know, all the clickety things you can do, and the lighting here, like I can switch the fuel tank from the light or right or left, I can put down flaps, so combined with more game play elements, I think that would make for a really special game. And there's one game that's being developed that I'm really looking forward to. It's called Dead Stick, and it's basically, it simulates a bush airplane, like a light aircraft that takes off and lands from like really remote locations. And apparently they're going to really simulate the airplane and your pilot career and missions, and you can transport cargoes, and you can look out for fires, and you can transport, you know, people to remote locations. And I'm really looking forward to that. And I hope, because of the modding, I'm good, sir, thank you. I'm excited today. There's a Microsoft Flight Simulator World Update USA, so I just flew by Monument Valley, which is back there. Okay, you can see it in the distance. There it is. I just came from there, all the way back there. It's Monument Valley. It's a place I've been to in the real world. This is the flight plan right now from SkyVector. Alright, we've took off from this little Monument Valley airport, went to Monument Valley, and now instead of going straight to the Grand Canyon, I'm doing this. I'm going to follow the Colorado River down there. But here's me in Monument Valley back in 2005, and we're going to head to the Grand Canyon, okay? So I've been there in this place in real life, and I forgot exactly what I was talking about now, but I think I was talking about Bush, not Bush Plane, but a Dead Stick, upcoming game that I'm very much looking forward to. And I think they just switched publishers. I think the publisher that's publishing the next game by the Kerbal Space Program creator, Felipe Falanghi, aka Harvester, his next game is about Balsa model flight simulator, about remote control flight little airplanes can build and fly. I think the same publisher that's publishing his next game, Balsa model flight simulator, is publishing Dead Stick as well. And Amber is talking about the cats or the squirrel. There's a squirrel that comes and wants nuts every day because you give it some nuts out the window. And now there's Monument Valley. Look at the distance in this. You can see it all the way in the distance there. I don't know how far away I am, but several tens of kilometers, and there it is. You can actually see it from here. Very beautiful height map update here. Yeah, Bats, I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're doing well. Maybe I'll switch to some Elite later, although I am going to press the warp drive button here on Microsoft Flight Simulator afterwards, because it's my niece's birthday in Brazil. She's 18. And I'm going to go do a flight in Rio de Janeiro and a flyby or a landing by where she lives later on, once I land in the Grand Canyon here. Or maybe even a little bit. I'll see how I'm feeling. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I was feeling a little off a little earlier, but nothing, you know, a little bit of ibuprofen or like an anti-inflammatory can't fix, you know. Sometimes you get these little headaches, probably too much streaming these days. The other day it was my record, like 6 or almost 7 hours of streaming in one day. That's you know, it's not hard work, but you know, after you talk a lot and you've been looking at a screen a lot and you're playing different video games, it can get a little tiring. Nice weather formation. Some a bit of a dark cloud over there and over there as well. Maybe we're gonna have some rain ahead of us. Oh, there's some cloud formations over here. I can feel a little bit of bumpiness starting to happen. Here, let's go. Let's go this way. Let's try to. I don't want to freeze over my windshield, because then you won't be able to see anything, and I won't be able to see anything, and I don't want to, you know, be forced to land and wait for it to defreeze. I don't even know if this airplane is equipped with some sort of defreeze thing, anti-frost. I forget what it's called. That guy says, have to remember every hour take a 5-minute break. Indeed, I did take breaks. I took some, not always. I should have taken more than I did, but I was excited because, you know, there were other people in the Elite stream, but yeah, I think for me it's more like I really, every 40 minutes I would really like to do a 5-minute break. So I will keep that in mind. Thanks for reminding me. I appreciate it. Are you going to get back into streaming, you think, or you're pretty much done with it for now? Be fun to stream something together at some point. All right. Very beautiful landscape here. Look at these canyons. Okay, that's good that you're thinking about it. That'll be fun. You know, I'll put you on my hosting list. I would host you when I'm offline. I mean, I'm new to all this stuff. Every day I'm sort of learning a bit more about the different things you can do. And I was wondering about, you know, these team things that you can do, Twitch teams and, you know, and host each other. I'm not sure how all that works, but I'd be interested in trying something like that eventually. All right. A little bit of turbulence here. You can see the airplane all of a sudden does a little bit of, you see that the left wing drop there? That was, I don't think I touched the controls. Just a little bit of turbulence. Let's keep going a little bit more to the right here because I want to get in this river. And it's going to take a while, this flight, but you know, I'm in no rush. I do want to get my drone view set up. Oh. Okay. Here you go. Alright, I'd love to fly from outside. It's a little bit complicated to fly from outside in this game right now. But once I get a little bit more height, I'm gonna try it a bit more. I don't want to, you know, I'm about to crash on these trees here. Just clear the wall of the canyon. You can see the sense of speed is pretty good in this game if you fly low. I really have to spend some time with some mapping the controls here, although to be honest, what I'm waiting for, I'm waiting to eventually be able to afford a new flight stick, because one of the buttons that I really use a lot in Elite in this flight stick for my up thruster is kind of breaking. Already fixed it once, but I'm tired of fixing it because it's a bit difficult to open the stick and get in there and then tie it up with this little piece of tape and then put it all together again. And so, well, eventually when I get a new flight stick, then I'm going to put in the effort to map the controls for this game. Spend a bit more time with mapping the controls here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It just has like 2 billion controls, you know. Low-level barnstorming, indeed. And this is a nice, oh, look at those mountains up there. And this is a nice game to do this in. Like the low-level flight, you do feel the sense of speed, you know. Especially in this aircraft here. Approaching a large canyon. I'm not sure what that PGA thing is. There's another airfield. I'll buzz the tower as I pass by it. I plan to do this. I plan to go get here and then follow the river all the way down here and into the Grand Canyon. And then once I get into the Grand Canyon here, around, this is the south wall of the canyon here. This is where this other picture I have. Once I get close to there, I'll show you. This is like the visitor center. This is where we camped, the Cape Bab Trail to like a Bright Angel campground, I think was down here. So I plan to follow this river down and then all of a sudden shoot up south and maybe take the hats off some tourists over there looking over the wall of the canyon, you know, and scare some of the rangers or the tourists that are out there, and then land on Kilo Golf Charlie November airfield. I think it's just Grand Canyon um, airfield. I forget the name right now. I thought about bringing the aerobatic airplane for this, but you know, it's open cockpit, so it gets pretty loud after a while. Do the 12-hour flight to UK give you a wave as you go over? 12-hour. I have a friend who loves to do those kinds of flights. I played with Arma with him yesterday for the first time in a long time, and his comment that I thought was funny. His comment was, sometimes, you know, my wife, she comes in to when I'm playing the Microsoft Flight Simulator, and she looks in, and she's like, and he likes to fly the jetliners, right? So, and he's like, and she looks at my screen, and it shows like the cockpit of this jetliner, and just, you know, clouds and blue sky and nothing else. And I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm on a flight, you know, to from Heathrow to JFK." And it's kind of like, and she has this like astounded look that he would actually sit there in front of the cockpit for 9 hours, and just, you know, touch dials and stuff. So I know there are people who like the long hauls. You know, they like to do to write down, you know, the outside air temperature, and any airplanes you see, and any turbulence you run into, and the weather patterns. I completely understand. You know, there's different types of pilots. I haven't done a long haul flight ever. Maybe I will. And I was thinking about doing a around the world flight in this every week, a couple of legs. You know, maybe not in the smallest airplane I can get, maybe one that's a little faster, maybe this one here. Although I do admit that if I was going on a long haul flight, I would want an airplane with wings of a better visibility, so I don't have to like drop the wing like I'm doing right now to look underneath, because I like to be able to just look outside and look down and have good downward visibility. So maybe a Cessna 152, 172, maybe a Cub, although those are pretty slow. So maybe, does the Caravan have wings on the top? Maybe I have to pick the plane, or maybe I'll even buy a plane. You know, Microsoft just here. This is an interesting link that I'll put on the blog, and I'll put a couple of links in the blog. I'll put this is on the chat here, on the stream chat. This is a current flight plan. All right, and let me trim a bit. Left aileron here, and let me leave you with an outside view so you can see this wonderful graphics in this video game while I'm chattering away here. And this is an airplane that was just released by a developer called Wing 42. You know, 42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything, possibly. It's the Blériot 11, I think. And this airplane is the first airplane to cross the English Channel. It's an airplane from 1909, okay? Would it be crazy for me to do a round-the-world flight with one of these things? Would I even be able to? I don't know if there are enough airfields that you can refuel that are close enough together for the range of that airplane. I have to do some research. I was thinking, yeah, about getting one of these planes that are unusual and doing a round-the-world flight and something like that. Oh, is there an airfield there? Perhaps, no, I think it's just a road. Where's the little airfield? Oh no, that's PJ's up here, okay. Alright, this is this mountain up here. I don't know what this is. Oh, there's someone behind me. I don't have the my nameplates on right now. I wish they would put it as a keyboard option. Maybe I'll do a little pause and switch on the nameplates just to see who's behind me. But first, let me climb here because it's quite a tall hill. It's a bit of a mountain. And what's my altitude right now? I'm at 8,000 feet. Okay, so I think I should pull back a bit on the. Oh, here I do have heating in here. That's good to know. Where the heck is this? The choke? Okay, I think if I pull the choke a little bit, it'll give me a little more power. Because it's looking like I'm not going to clear this thing. I'm going to have to just go around it. It's pretty high. What's my airspeed? Yeah, dropping fast, huh? This thing is like it's probably 10,000 feet more. Airspeed still dropping. Okay, I'm just stabilizing over here, still climbing. Very slowly, but I don't think I'm gonna clear this. I'm gonna turn left here just to make sure I don't, you know, smear myself on the sides of this beautiful landscape here. It's gonna be hard enough not to smear myself on the side of the Grand Canyon when I get there. Monument Valley to Grand Canyon. The Sky Vector link is here on the chat if you want to take a look. Although I am deviating a bit from the flight plan. The flight plan was, you know, down here. I'm going up a bit to the I believe it's the Colorado River, the San Juan River, which becomes the Colorado River, I believe. All right, easy goes it. And yeah, I do. Okay. Solid copy. Computer, set a timer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes and counting. Alright, a lot of clouds out here. I did, this is not live weather. I did put on a broken clouds because I like broken cloud weather. And I find, you know, it's just a bright blue sky is just not as interesting for the viewers, perhaps. It's beautiful, but I like to see some weather in this game because the weather is so phenomenal. The only game that has I've seen comparable weather effects right now in Flight Simulator is Star Citizen. It's a really impressive weather in that Microtech planet that I took off with one of those Reliant Core or the Reliant Mako yesterday. Alright, and we are at... I'm approaching 10,000 feet here. Zoom in a bit, can I zoom in on this thing? There you go. There you go, now I can see, without having to turn that on, I can see my little right-hand multi-function display, I think those were called. Back when I used to fly F-15, Jane's F-15E. I used to know all the terminology for this cockpit stuff for the fighter jet. You know, but as time passes and you start playing a lot of different video games and you stay away from flight simulators for a while, you forget sometimes, but it comes back. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to get into under these clouds here. Still a little bit of a barrier. I'm gonna cut power. To be careful with my airspeed. You know, if that goes red, it's on yellow right now. But you have to be gentle with these little light airplanes in this game because you can, you know, shear a wing off and you just get the Microsoft Flight Simulator screen of death. It doesn't show your wing shearing off, but it does tell you you died. You overstressed the airframe, so you have to be careful when you do maneuvers. It's not like a general World War II flight sim or a modern jet sim like IL-2 Sturmovik or DCS that you can do crazy maneuvers and pretty much get away with it most of the time. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my height here, and I'm going to get under these clouds so that I can see where I'm going, what's beneath me. Mrs. Hypertext Hero, as an onboard passenger assistant, brings you drinks on request. I don't think she brings you drinks on request, no. Sorry I had missed that message. 1 minute 45 seconds on the timer. Full power. Almost forgot to put my throttle up again. Not full power, let's go a little bit lower because, you know, I don't want to... If I put full power, I get an RPM warning there. I want to go a little bit less so that, you know, we don't get too many revolutions per minute on this engine and it starts, you know, overheating the oil, and then maybe some black smoke's gonna start coming out the back, and maybe I'll be shot out of the sky by some angered environmentalists down there. I wouldn't blame them. Although I don't know, I don't think light airplanes are responsible for a lot of air emissions compared to, you know, server farms and stuff that I'm using to play this video game. Who knows? I think heavy industry, oil, and you know, gas, mining, that's responsible for most of the emissions. Probably cars, although there's a lot of work that's happened. Oh, look at that lighting back there, it's gorgeous. See where I'm going so I don't crash. It's responsible for most of the majority of the emissions that we humans are putting in the atmosphere here and causing, you know, a greenhouse effect and potentially making our planet become more like Venus, a bit of a hellscape. Hopefully we won't get there before we change direction. I don't want to live in a hellscape. That would have said. Oh yeah, is your book? What book are you reading? Bring it over, but Amber is reading a book called The Parable of the Sower. It's about a hellscape. What's the author again? Octavia Butler. Enjoying it very much, and apparently she has a lot of books that she's written. Warmly recommended by Amber right now. Maybe she'll bring me the copy and I can put it here as a recommendation. Oh, look, here we go. There's a river. All right, that is exciting. You can see a river there. Yes, we are approaching. I think there's the San Juan. There you can see on the right MFD over here. If I come to the right of the aircraft cabin here. Oh, excellent. All right, and we're gonna get over onto this canyon here. I'm just gonna keep flying straight. And this is exciting. We fly over these beautiful landscapes. I would have said trolley dolly, but thought the rebuff would have been severe. Yeah, watch out. I won't even say trolley dolly. That's a very British term, so you know, that's probably okay because it's funny. Whoa, look at this blue cloud here. Wow, that's gorgeous. I have not seen this effect here. Lighting is just phenomenal in this game. Alright, I'm a little confused about my direction here. Am I going the right direction? Okay, no, I want to turn and I want to get into this. It's just the scale of things too. These, I'm thinking, you know, it's a little canyon and a little, I just drop into it, but it's these massive canyons. This landscape that I've traveled in real life, they are just, for me, the most impressive thing about North America is these types of landscapes over here. Okay, it's just like warmly. Was the squirrel? Oh, there's two squirrels fighting for the nuts now outside, and our cats are really excited watching them. Look at that! Look at this! Look at the erosion there. Over millennia and millennia, millions of years, these formations, our humans have been here in the end of the last second in the cosmic calendar. If the time that Earth has been around was spread out over 12 months, human beings only appeared in the last second. I think, was that right, babe? That's Carl Sagan and Cosmos. Or history. History is just I forget. I have to look it up again. Funny for bats, as stands a mouse away. Not funny for you if you say it. Oh yeah, no. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. And look at that misty weather over there. I don't want to get in trouble. Lovely bird, call sign, tail number 00-001, Lovely Bird. A Evolution VL3 of JB aircraft, whatever the name of the JB thing is. Is that what it is? JB aircraft, they have their logo on VLB aircraft or something. very slick airframe. Say again? Oh, it must have. Did I not? It must have, yeah. Sorry. Is it on? Maybe it was a low volume because I have headphones here. It did ring. All right. There is a lot of open space in this part of the world, I tell you. All right, we're gonna turn to starboard. We're gonna get over this big water here. This big I think there's probably a dam here, because you can see like there's a lot of water, and then all of a sudden it becomes a little river. I bet there's a dam right there. Maybe not. Who knows? Let's check it out. Further down, there's Hoover Dam. You know, cities like Las Vegas, they wouldn't exist if it wasn't for you know, man-made dams and other stuff like that to bring water to these very dry, inhospitable landscapes. But dams do have leave an ecological mark. They flood areas and you know, kill a lot of things, and here we are, affecting our planet. One thing that I saw, some news I saw, from about a week ago that I just saw a link to today, is that this amateur astronomer, there's this thing called the WOW signal, that some people in a radio telescope saw this strange signal that they never, it really was unlike anything they had seen before, come out from outer space. And an amateur astronomer recently published a paper suggesting that finding the star, a potential star where it was transmitted from in the star catalog, and it's a star that's basically a twin of our sun. So possibly suggests, you know, it's a long shot, but it possibly suggests that it's the kind of star that a planet like our own would develop in, and so it tentatively suggests, very tentatively suggests that it's another intelligent civilization, a signal from another intelligent civilization. All right. I really love these distances. Okay, we have an overcast sky on the left-hand side here. It almost looks like a tornado forming over there. Just clipping the side of the top of that mountain. And let's move over to the right-hand side of the cabin here, and let's drag this around and and see where we're going. There's still quite a ways to fly. I'm gonna turn now. I'm gonna have to head on a bearing of about 220 degrees to go southwest, but I'm gonna try to follow this water. It's quite a sea, this place. I do want to pass over PGA. I want to pass over this airfield over here. Let's look it up. Let's look up what is PGA. It's about that bearing over there. Let's see if I was correct, more or less. Yeah, 230. That's not too bad. I'm slowly getting better at you know, estimating bearings and stuff like that. Playing this and Arma helps. You know, it's like, oh, taking fire, bearing 250, danger close, like we did yesterday. Antistasi Virolati, day 10. We had a full house. We had 6 players, 6 of my friends playing with me. It was made it very exciting. Eventually, I want to get a server slot set up for weekend mornings for me, which would make it or like you know, midday for me, which would make it evening for Europeans. So maybe some of my European friends will want to join these Arma guerrilla adventures. Could the people in Europe? But for now, yeah, we play at like 9 p.m. Yeah, New York City time. So it's too late. It's like in the middle. It's in the morning. It's like early morning Zulu time there. AM. All right, let's look up where PGA is. Let's see, PGA airfield. Page Municipal Airport, is that what it is? Yeah, I think Page Municipal Airport perhaps. I'm gonna zoom in back here on the Google Maps. Yes, I believe that is it. It's Page Municipal Airport. And that mountain that I flew past, that I almost, that I had to, you know, go around so that I wouldn't crash into it, that was Navajo Mountain. Okay, and right now this is to my northeast here we have Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. That's back that way. Here I can switch to an external view. That's back that way. And yeah, this looks like a floodplain, probably because of a dam up ahead. We're gonna investigate. And let's fly over Page Municipal Airport. And let's try to find this dam that's causing all this flooding over here. Very steep elevation here. You can see the shadow on this mountain. The sun is coming through the clouds there to our port side of the aircraft. And all these shadows being cast. I think they actually move slowly. I don't know if this is called a ray march. It's some graphics term that I first saw in like Red Dead Redemption 2 settings. I don't know if this is what they refer to, but oh, I see there's an airplane up ahead. Okay. All right. So the dam is probably here. It's probably that little thing. It's probably this little thing here. I bet that's where the dam is. If this is indeed caused by a dam, so let's just keep moving. Funny, okay, how do you remember the port side is the left side because it's port and left side have same amount of letters? Yeah, I think there was some mnemonic thing I used to remember, but I just always liked starboard is no star, the right side. I don't know, I just remembered it. I like that starboard, port and left have the same amount of letters. And for me, you know, I don't know, I've played a lot of flight simulators, so it just kind of stuck. Do I have my navigational lights on, speaking of it? I don't think I do, right? How do I turn on? Oh, I do, here we go. Okay, yeah, so here's port side. It's this little red lamp, always... The red lamp is always on port side on airplanes, okay? Or starships. See again? On boats too, yeah, anything I think. And the reason, yeah, we have them on the bridge here too. And I don't know what it. Look at that beautiful wing shape there. So the green side is always starboard side, which is the right side. And the useful thing about this is that if you're seeing like. I think I had some airplane in front of me here. Let's see if you can see it as an example. Let's get away from the cloud here. The useful thing about this is that you can very easily tell from a great distance. For example, there you go. Like, okay, see that little airplane there? Okay, we can't. It's too far. We can only see the strobe light right now. But if you see if you see like a little green light and a little red light, if the green light is on the right side, if I'm looking at it and the green light is on the right side, I know it's going away from me because it's on his right side. If the green light was on the left, on my left side, and the red light was on the right side, I would know he was coming at me. You know, so that can be helpful if you're, you know, want to make sure you're not going to crash into something at high speed or want to figure out if something is going away from you. Ooh, bread coming along. What bread is it, babe? Cranberry and walnut celebration bread. We're slowly. Well, Amber's cooking for Thanksgiving here. I'm gonna clean everything up later. I'm the helper. And well, I'm working here. I'm streaming. This is kind of like work, you know. You remember? I keep thinking that it's funny this cockpit because you see this little bit here. I keep thinking that's ice, but it's not. It's just like this. It's almost like a piece of foam in the front here. It's a very odd little effect. Very odd material in the front of this airplane. This little foam. Who knows what the airframe is called? Like it's made out of something light, like plexi. What's it called? Something glass, fiberglass. I don't know what these airframes are made of these days. Okay, so there's a little plane. You can see a little green light. Okay. And the green, I see the green light. I don't see the red light. So that means it's it's going that way. Okay, and you can see it's going that way, but this was further away and it was hard to see. It was going straight at me. That would have been useful. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? Let's see. Let's just look here. Okay, we're approaching Page Municipal Airport. We're gonna buzz the towers. Let me. I'm gonna cut the throttle here, and I think I can see it right ahead. Actually, we're gonna buzz the tower at. I am thankful for Elite Dangerous. I'm thankful for playing computer games. That sort of stuff. I don't follow the official reason that they have for the holidays. For me, it's just give thanks for anything that you're thankful for, and I appreciate that type of holiday. Giving thanks. I think it's not a bad thing. Okay, cutting throttle. Okay, let's open up the throttle a little bit again. Approaching Page Municipal Airport. I don't know. Yeah, it's not this right here. It's a bit further. Because you see, there's this big river, and then there's a smaller river, and then there's the airport. So it should be there. There it is. There's the runway. All right. I want to buzz the tower, and then I want to find the. And then I want to find the dam that is causing all this flooding over here. I mean, it's not, it's a desert landscape, but there's life forms everywhere. What can you do? Part of life is to affect other life. Thank you very much for joining me, my kind viewers here. We will reach the Grand Canyon eventually. It's gonna take a bit while longer. Currently approaching. Should the touch and go? Let's ask for touch and go. All right, nearest airport list. Page Muni. Tune on the traffic. And select runway for landing. Actually, I want to touch and go. I don't want to. Never mind. How do I go back here? Can I go back? Back. Page Muni. I don't think they have air traffic control. Yeah, they don't have air traffic control. Okay, so in that case, we're just gonna buzz. They don't. Maybe. I mean, it's a municipal airport. It should have some sort of truck control, right? Do I choose the runway for landing and then ask for a touch and go? I thought it was separate, but no, I don't see a tower down there. Maybe that little hut there is the tower. I'll do a touch and go for the heck of it, and then we'll keep going. And I'm not even going to ask permission. I'll take a look around. I'm a bit of a rogue in a lot of computer games. Alright, what's my airspeed? Pull up. Okay, let's put the gear down. Very cool little gear animation. I'm not even going to put the flaps down. It's going to be a high-speed touch and go. Alright. Do it from the outside view. Actually, let's do it from the inside view so you can hear the nice little thump. Alright, let's touch. And we go. And we're off. Alright. Right, little visit to Page. There's a milk driver over there. Oh, it looks like a little milk truck, but we're not in England, so that's probably just like a computer repair vehicle or something. All right, I see another aircraft over there. I don't have Okay, let's do this. Should I turn on real quick? Let's do it. Just real quick. Give me 1 second here. General settings. I think it's traffic, and let's show net traffic, NAPLA, and so on. Apply and save. Escape, escape, and we're back. Oh, look at all these people here. A lot of people having the same idea today. We have Ahmad 310X. We have Checkpoint 1. We have Saperik X Joey B. We have Detroit Goose 78. We have Pac-Man 67. Little Concheletto 1702. We have some Pantera or Pake or something. We have an Unju product 447. Jeez, okay. Well, all right. Oh, here goes the dam. I don't know what dam this is, but there's a dam. Damn it, it's a dam. The Fey Witch. Little Concheletto Niner 428. May the gods damn thee damn. And look at that. Look at that bridge. That looks pretty impressive. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna trim down here because I had trimmed up a bit for my landing, my little touch and go. And there's respond 438. Okay. What? Did I shout? Oh, I thought I heard, maybe it was my echo because I was talking so loud that it reflected. I thought I was like, hey. Josh, okay, so see this dam here? Look at that. And that is why up here is a lot of water and here becomes this thin little thing. It's because of this dam over here, okay? God damn it to the hellscape! The Dam Busters dropped the bouncing bomb. Exactly. That's what I've been thinking about. Avro Lancaster. You know, if I had an Avro Lancaster right now, maybe Microsoft Flight Simulator someone will make an Avro Lancaster for the Microsoft Simulator, and we can do the Dam Busters mission here. We can bounce a bomb on there and blow this up, and then just flood the life forms that have finally adapted over here after however many years that has happened. Okay. Well, what do you do when you see a canyon? You drop into it, right? Okay, it's like Star Wars, you see like the Death Star, and you're gonna drop into the canyon. Here we go. Should I turn off those nameplates? Is it annoying for you all? It can be a little annoying for me. I do like seeing who's around sometimes, but maybe my friend Respo is that responder thing. Although I don't think he had all those numbers next to his name. Let's drop here into the canyon. And here we go. Here we go. We're flying towards the Grand Canyon. It's quite a ways to go, but let's just fly down the canyon. This is not the Grand Canyon yet. I mean, it's arguable where it starts and where and stops. It's just one. Nature doesn't really care about what human beings, name things. It just is. But we like to name things. So there's the Grand Canyon. Is this wonderful rock formations here in this part of the world. Who knows where it starts and stops. Oh, great playing with you guys last night. I have to join us more. Copy that. Oh, here you go. And here's Respo. I don't want to. I'm flying. Do not do what I'm doing now. Do not fly and text. Okay. I'm doing it because I'm experienced. No, actually, it's because I'm playing a video game. Okay, but even in a video game, this is gonna end badly. Let me look at this. What the heck am I doing? Look at this nice graphical effect here. This nice lens flare. Quite a bit of turbulence here. You can feel the plane shaking a little bit. Oh, nice lighting. It floods the cockpit of light again. Let's switch to the right side now. All right. Just like Beggar's Canyon back home. Oh yeah, I've heard of that place. Never been to it. Isn't that where the RAF conduct low level flight training for the pilots, and you can go and see these tornadoes and Jaguars back in the day, and whatever jets they have now flying really low. I don't know if that's Beggar's or maybe that's that's in Tatooine. Okay, I haven't watched the original Star Wars for a long time. Sorry. There's a canyon. It's not a canyon, but it's a low. It's kind of like a canyon in England where the RAF does low level flight training, and you can go and take pictures of low level fighter jets flying around. some weird graphical anomaly here, like these lines. Very nice. If I had voice attack, I'd say, computer, give me an uptime, and it would type for me. But since I don't know type it here, the uptime, we're at 1 hour, 15 minutes, 12 seconds. And we did deviate from my original flight plan to the Grand Canyon, so it's taking a little longer, but that's all right. We will get there. We're gonna buzz the visitor center as we fly up from Bright Angel Campground up to the Bright Angel Trail, up the south side wall of the canyon, and we're going to you know, make some tourists knock some coffee and some lattes over their chest and drop their, you know, burritos and jump back in fright, in utter fright, with their heads over their hands as our plane barely misses the side of the canyon when they least expect it, because we're gonna come from the bottom of the canyon. I picked the airplane that has I think a high enough top speed that we can do that. We can just like fly off the canyon, go straight at the wall, and then all of a sudden turn up and go off. But careful of that sidewall there, because you have some turbulence here. Did I turn left or right here? I think I turned right, yeah. Quite a bit of turbulence. Let's lower the throttle a bit. I'm gonna pop out of this canyon for a bit to see where I am too soon. Okay, let's see. Alright, so because we have quite a ways to go. If I'm gonna fly down this canyon the whole way, okay, it's not close. Like I'm here and I have to fly all the way there, okay? Oh, and I'm too much head in cockpit. I'm gonna end up crashing. I need a bearing here. Let's see. Alright, this is more or less right. A few degrees to the right, and we should be good to go. We need about a bearing about 210 degrees. Let's see if I can clear this canyon wall here. Oh dear, there's turbulence and the canyon wall is coming up fast. Oh dear, okay. Okay, let's put the choke lever to 0 because I had forgotten to press. Okay, we made it. That was close. It's a bit, with this turbulence, it throws you around a bit, and you kind of forget where you are, and you have your head down and into the multifunction displays. Dangerous to spend too much time looking at multifunction displays. It's kind of like looking at your phone all the time when you're driving a bicycle or a car, or even just walking on the street. You know, you run into a lamppost, stuff like that. Elias Speaks, howdy! How are you on this Wednesday, November 25th, 2020, sir? Thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hi. Good to have you around. I am feeling a little hyper today, so because I had a coffee right because I started the stream. Got Detroit Goose 78 up ahead. We have Undue Prada. Got Big Gumez. I'm gonna turn off these things now though, because I want to show you the. Oh, we have Pac-Man 67 to our right here and Fey Witch. But let me quickly go to options. Just give you a little quick break here, very quickly. I wish they would. Maybe they have put a keyboard command for traffic nameplates keyboard shortcut, so I don't have to go to options. I have not checked that. I probably should eventually. Not here on stream, but after. I'll make a note of it. You know, I have like a pencil and I have a notebook here, which is a good thing for you to have. And all, it's good to not just write in computers and on phones. You know, please continue knowing how to write with a pencil, because it's a good thing to do, to have the tactile feeling of a writing instrument touching paper. So I'm gonna make a note here to look up keyboard shortcut for what was it called? Nameplates. So that I don't forget to do it later. Let me drink some water. I'm good, sir. I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I'm flying from the oh, going the wrong way now. I'm flying from Monument Valley to the Grand Canyon. Alright, that's more like it. So we're flying over a road here. Yeah, I'll show you the flight plan. This is the flight plan, although we've deviated from it. We went, instead of just going a straight line here after Monument Valley, we've gone up here on the Colorado River. We flew over Page Municipal Airport around here. We flew over this dam, and now we're flying down here to the Grand Canyon. Here is me in Monument Valley 15 years ago, and I'll show you the picture of the Grand Canyon 15 years ago when we get there. Beautiful areas. If you ever have a chance to visit, I highly recommend, warmly recommend that you do, because it's a really unique and beautiful landscape on Earth. Get a little bit more right aileron trim. We're rolling a little bit too much to the right there. Yeah, beautiful, huh? It's really nice views in this game. Beautiful lighting. With this world update that Microsoft put out for the United States, is looking even better now. Let's try quickly switch over to, since I have some height here, I have a little bit of room to experiment. Let's, ooh. What am I doing? Sorry, wrong button. Okay, there. Let's quickly experiment with the drone view. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, oh, never mind. The drone view thinks I'm way back there now. Oh, here you go. Is this the drone view? Let's see. No, okay. I don't know how to use this drone view yet. I mean, I learned to use it, and then I get away from Microsoft Flight Simulator for a while. And when I come back, I forgot how to use it because it's too complicated. I want one button that you press and there's a flyby view. Like, you know, most flight sims have that. And I want it to be just a simple flyby view because it's so cool to see planes fly by, the sound, you know. And Microsoft Flight Simulator is not that easy. You have to set up this drone, you have to decouple it so they're not controlling the plane, and then you have to turn tell the camera to stay where it is, and then you have to recouple again so you can control the airplane after it's from the external view. So it's a lot of things at once, and if you're not paying attention, it's pretty easy to just crash the airplane. Whereabout in the world are you, Elias, if I may ask? Approximate location. Continent, perhaps. Jamaica, fantastic! I would love to visit Jamaica one day. Bats, who's in Speak Batgas 70, he has a ship in this game called Elite Dangerous, and it's called Cool Runnings. And I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but oh, I love Jamaica. I've never been, but you know, I would love to visit Jamaica. For sure. What's up, babe? Yeah, well, I'd love to go, man. As soon as I've, you know, this whole situation, I don't know, like mostly money situation for me right now. It has to get a little bit more stabilized, then I'll be able to think about traveling again. Let me zoom out here. All right, there I am. Okay, right there. That's me, and that's where we're going. I don't want to spend too long looking at that because I will crash. You can also always press V to have this little window appear. Nice lighting. You can see a bit of some touches of green. It's very arid landscape. It's very dry, but there are plants, there are animals down there. It is a gorgeous area of the world. On the trip I did to visit, that when I visited the Grand Canyon many years ago, it was a road trip from New York to Michigan, and then 2 months kind of zigzagging up and down to California, and it was a wonderful trip. We saw the redwoods and the sequoia trees, these giant trees in the high Sierras. We saw Death Valley, we saw the Grand Canyon, Monument Valley, Canyon de Chelly, the Badlands in South Dakota, Devil's Tower in Wyoming, and we camped the whole way, just driving and camping into either national forest or campgrounds we came across, found. Looks like a little house down there. See that? A house right in the wall of the canyon. Wow. Okay, that's quite a place to live. I should check out my fuel level. Just I think I did have 5 or 6 hours of endurance. I put more fuel than necessary in it. Not sure where to check the fuel in this plane. That's the propeller. Where is the fuel gauge? There it is, fuel quantity. Okay, we're just under half a tank, right near the center of the screen. All right, so yeah, shouldn't play around too much. We should keep heading in the right direction to make this landing over at what was it called? Let me take a look again. Our destination is Grand Canyon National Park Airport. Yeah, I'll put a link to the little more information about the flight plan on the blog here on the Steam as well. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my pic off. Excuse my English here, but what an asshole! I have a picture of me like on the screen. I totally forgot it. Thanks for reminding me, Elias. So sorry. That's the risk with these. I have the web browser on a keyboard shortcut here, and I press it, but then I forgot to turn it off. Make sure I'm not gonna crash. No, I do want to keep this a family-friendly blog. So I should say, what an alpha, or what a foxtrot alpha, But sometimes I'm gonna have to let a swear word fly here or there because there is a utility to swear words. If you drop a hammer on your foot, stuff like that. Or if you really need to get someone to know that they should get the hell out of here, then sometimes there's a bit of turbulence here. Excuse me 1 second. Let me try to get myself situated here in the cockpit. All right, a little bit. I like to zoom out a bit with the scroll wheel because it gives more of a sense of speed, and it just gives you a better view as well of the surrounding area, especially if you're flying with canyons next to you and stuff like that. Yeah, quite a bit of turbulence. You can see the airplane shaking over there a little bit. I don't have my blackboard in its correct position here. Let me put it there. Way out in the distance there this will be the south. I see a big mountain, a largest, I don't know if that's a mountain or it's called a hill. What is that? Let me take a look at my Google map. I'm not going to put it on the stream because I don't want to make the mistake that I forget where I am. And let's see if I can find out what that is over there. For the benefit of our viewers here. Okay, let's see. Let me zoom out here. I'm on Google Maps. Kofa National Wildlife Refuge, potentially. Stand by. No. That's Sedona area, probably. Hard to see. Towards Flagstaff, Arizona, possibly. Gray Mountain, maybe. Maybe that's Gray Mountain. We're approaching the Grand Canyon National Park here. Alright, that's the north wall. That's the south wall. We're gonna get in the canyon. We're going to swoop over the south wall and scare some tourists. Okay, it looks like there's some other aircraft over there. Very nice lighting effects here. Look at that. Some weird things like that. There are some like some glitches on the textures. It could be like a trail or a stream, but there are some glitches sometimes. But overall, it's really beautiful. Satellite imagery once you get after a certain height. Well, I think all the time, but really once you get high, it looks photorealistic. Yeah, the water can look weird, like for example, like the Colorado River down there. All right, and you know what? I'm getting close to our destination, so I should do a test, which is I should figure out. I should go low over this river, and I should figure out, and given a particular airspeed, what airspeed I have to have when I'm down low down there to be able to clear the canyon wall if I shoot up with it. Because if I don't know that before I get there, I'll likely just smear the aircraft on the side of the canyon instead of scaring tourists by the visitor center. And I don't want to smear the aircraft. I want to successfully land on the Grand Canyon Park Airport. Okay, look at this little twist over here. Should I try to do that? I don't know. Let's keep going over here. I still have a ways to go. Let's keep going a bit further, but right where that line, this fuscia or pink line here crosses that, I keep going. I think that's the South Canyon wall around there, or maybe right there. So I have to keep going there. That's basically the Grand Canyon National Park right around here. And then the airport destination is a bit south of it. Okay, and I'm here right now. Right, let me take that out. Ooh, and here's another beautiful rock formation with lots of erosion. And the tricky thing also, when you get lower in the canyon, this game does simulate turbulence, so it does get more bumpy. See, like you get thrown around a little bit. Very steep down there. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to go to stay. I doubt whether I'll be able to. How tall is the Grand Canyon? Let's see, Grand Canyon wall height. Let's see if Google knows. Elevation spreading from 2,000 to over 8,000 feet. Alright, so this plane is not going to be able to climb 8,000 feet by shooting straight up, okay? It's not a fighter jet or a World War II fighter. It's a little light aircraft, it's like a pleasure craft, if you will. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get right on the river and then shoot right up and clear the canyon wall in one go. I'm probably gonna have to do it in stages once I'm close to the destination. But just as an example here, I'm I'm about 110 knots, I think, indicated airspeed. About 4,000 feet here. So let's see. Let's try to get up to that level of that wall there. I'm gonna aim this side because if I miss, I want to be able to turn right and not blow up. Okay, but let's see. Let's make sure the river's below us. All right. Okay, river is below us. We are at 110 knots more or less. We are at about 4,100 feet. So now let's try to turn and let's try to clear this canyon wall here. Let's see if we make it or not. If I don't, I'm just gonna turn right and okay, airspeed's dropping. Copy that. Have a good walk, babe. Dropping up. See, I'm not gonna make that. I'm not gonna make that. So right now I'm lucky because I can turn here. I plan to be able to turn here. So 110 knots. I'm not gonna be able to clear 4,000 feet. I'll probably be about 3,000 feet. So that's something to keep in mind. The learning curve in this game has several different aircraft. The default version, I think it comes like over 20 aircraft, from a Boeing 747, which is a big jetliner with 4 engines, to this little pleasure craft here. Whoa, quite bumpy ride here. So there is a learning curve, but I don't find it too difficult to fly. But there's definitely a learning curve. But the nice thing about this game is this. Look, there's this little thing here, and you put the mouse up here, and then you can get like a checklist, for example, and then it just shows you like fuel tank selector, and you can click and it shows you it's right there, and throttle, you check it's right there, and choke, you check it's right there, and so it has like checklists, and it has like tutorials, it has ATC, so it's a very nice usability features, okay, which help a lot. So it does have a learning curve, but I don't think I think anybody can learn it. It basically teaches you how to fly a real airplane. It has a Cessna 172 or 152 tutorial that teaches you how to fly a real airplane. If you learn flying this game, you could actually get into the airplane and take off. Of course, there's different physical factors that getting a feel for the airplane, but in some ways flying a real airplane is easier than flying it in a game because you get physical sensations. I don't have a real pilot's license, but I have flown ultralights, with other people next to me in real life, and gliders as well I've flown. But the coolest thing about this game is that you can fly anywhere in the world. You can get this globe and spin it, and just find where you live and click on it and fly and find your house, find a visual, an AI generated representation of what your house of Microsoft and Asobo Studios Black Shark AI thinks your house looks like. But from high up, it's satellite imagery, so it looks just like it does in real life whenever the satellite imagery was done. So yeah, to answer the question, there is a learning curve, but it's not too hard. You need a fairly powerful PC to run it well. But I think it's out for Xbox too, right? So if you have an Xbox, there you go, man. Afraid of heights. I'm a little afraid of heights too, but it's funny, for me, heights, I'm not afraid of heights from airplanes. I'm afraid of heights that I'm standing on the edge of a building and stuff. I'm more nervous about that because I guess I can see where I would splatter, But an airplane, it's pretty high, and, if you fall, it's going to just be blow up, and, I'm not scared of heights in airplanes. Alright, approaching the Grand Canyon. I mean, this technically already is the Grand Canyon over here. There will be some, I'll probably be able to start recognizing some landmarks. 2005, the walk down from the visitor center to Bright Angel Campground is about 8 hours. Oh, there's someone down low over there. Let's try to catch up. It's an 8-hour hike. Important thing to remember on these hikes that I learned on that trip was you don't just take water, okay? If you only drink water, your body doesn't have enough sodium, doesn't have enough salt, and you get this condition that makes you sort of pass out or not be able to get up, you really get very weak because you're just drinking water, you're not having any salt. So you have to like take chips, take nuts, take something salty as well, and eat that and drink water. Don't just drink water, because you'll there's stories that the rangers there told us that, you know, these long distance runners came and they're like, oh, I can do this, you know, and they just went down of an apple or something, you know, got dehydrated, got lost, and like a little bottle of water, got dehydrated, got lost, and died, you know, like they couldn't get up, and they found them dead. So do not underestimate the landscape. It's kind of like the sea, you know. Respect nature and know your limits, pretty much. So that was 8 hours to go down, and it took 2 days to hike back up. You couldn't do it. We could do it on day, but we didn't too. We slept one night in Bright Angel, and then was it Bright Angel? No, it was I think it was Bright Angel. It's right on Colorado River. There's this little bridge. It was so hot. It was like 45 degrees centigrade. It was July, I think. And then we did the walk back up in 2 days. Yeah, yeah, that was a sad story. And the park ranger told us this story because they said they told us this story to a lot of people. And that had happened recently because they said they don't want people to go there and you know, get ahead of themselves and you know, not be able to come back. Beautiful landscape here at Microsoft Flight Simulator. Grand Canyon, approaching our destination. All right. So from inside the plane, you have these the wings and, you know, the spinning propeller and a tail and all sorts of points of reference, so you can get a better feel for the speed and the height of these canyon walls here. Quite bumpy. Getting quite it's a strange artifact over there. Getting quite bumpy the ride here of the turbulence. I keep seeing something that I think is something in the game, but I think it's where I threw like a cat toy and it left a mark on my monitor the other day, so that's kind of unfortunate. I'm gonna try to clean that. Look where I'm going. I don't want to crash. Okay, this. Okay, I turn right. Don't turn left up here. Okay. Fuel. Yeah, getting low. You know, we're not at a red yet, but getting there. Alright, so now I'm gonna put on a picture that I took of the south wall of the Grand Canyon when I was walking up with Amber back in 2005. Let me just make sure I'm on the right place here. Oh, I'm going off it. Okay, I'm going around this side. That's all right. Let's just go around this side of this. This is maybe monument. There's names for some of these peaks. I forget what they are, but I'm gonna put up a picture that I took of the south wall of the canyon. I'm gonna wait actually until we get to the south wall, but now I'll put it on now because I want to remind myself what it looks like. So this is the Grand Canyon 2005 when we were climbing up. This was the south wall. It's a black and white photograph, and we were trying to climb to that. This is the visitor center up here somewhere, and this was part of the trail that we had climbed up, and we were trying to get there. You know, this was about halfway, or actually just about a third of the way up back then. And we're approaching this area in the game right now. Yeah, I love black and white photography. I appreciate it and love color photography as well, but black and white is my first love because I think that before you get into color, I think it's good to, you know, some people are just great with color from the beginning, but for me, I had to really learn. I like to see form and light before I think about color, because color adds so much information to the picture, and color is tricky to do well. in terms of you know, complementary, making them work together well in photography. So I think black and white is really a great learning tool, and can be its own end, you know. My favorite photography is in black and white. All right, we're running a little low on fuel here, but let's keep following this canyon. I think I'm going to do a straight line instead of following the canyon all the way here. I'm going to do a straight line here to the south wall to try to get there. I'm not going to just follow the river, and then proceed to land. We're at 1 hour 45 minutes here. So I'm just going to do a straight line towards the south wall of the canyon. It'll be around there. Bearing 240 more or less. Let's try to keep that bearing. What's my height right now? I'm at 5,000 feet. I can probably pull on the choke a little bit. Improve the performance. Copy that. Thanks for joining us, Elias. Nice to have someone from Jamaica here too. Fantastic. We have Yorkshire, we have Jamaica, we have the Netherlands, we have the Italic Peninsula in Italy. We have California sometimes. We have Norway. We have a lot of different parts of the world represented here often on the stream chat, which is one of the joys of streaming, is to have this connection with people from around the world. See, so that's the river we're cutting. We're doing a shortcut now, which may take us through some clouds, which may freeze up the view a little bit from the cockpit. It can freeze if you fly into clouds, depending on the temperature differential. Can freeze and you don't see anything, which can make it, you know, a problem. Let's look back to where we've come from. I should really take a break. I don't want to leave on autopilot now though. So much for my break every 40 minutes, huh? I'm gonna have to put a little timer to remember that. Oh, and a little bit of a trail here. Very close pass over a little trail. This turbulence here, I could put active pause and go take a break, but I'm just going to end this flight before, I think, and then I'm going to take a break for the next stream later. It's going to go to Rio de Janeiro to land and say happy birthday to my niece later on today. Yeah, fuel getting a little low, but we'll make it. Pretty sure we'll make it. I'm trying to listen for the changes of the power, because the choke controls the amount of fuel going into the engine, and depending on your height it can give you more power. But I'm not familiar with this aircraft, so I don't. And it seems that it has, maybe I have to zoom in to be able to change this. There you go. My friend Respo will be able to tell me, would be able to tell me more about how that works. If I'm just, you know, talking out of my behind here, or actually saying something that is true. All right. Approaching the north wall of the canyon, the Grand Canyon. And this is the Grand Canyon we're gonna get to right when we pass this mountain over here. That's the south wall in the distance over there that we are flying towards. That's the south wall. There's another trail you can see down here. Not sure, I haven't been to the north side of the canyon. So I don't know, other than camping when I got to the bottom on Bright Angel Campground that time. But just came down from the south, crossed the river in this little bridge, and then we camped there for a night. It was so hot, it's like 45 degrees centigrade, and that the ranger there suggested we get into the stream with all our clothes on, get soaked with water, and after we did that, the water would evaporate in a few minutes. It was nuts. We just kept doing it, and there were people that were, you know, this had heat stroke and stuff. It's hot down there. You have to, you know, be ready to cool down. There's help if you need, you know. There's rangers down there and other. Many people do the hike. Oh, there's a plane over there. Oh, and I think I remember this particular rock formation over here. That little, almost a twin rock formation. I think I remember seeing that during the trip. I don't have a picture of it at hand right now. But we're aiming towards the south wall over there. If I put on the little map, this is the south wall. And if I turn on that picture again, there's the picture taken 2005 when I was climbing up to the south wall after I camped down there for 2 nights. So we're gonna try to see if we can see that from within the game while flying. Can be a little challenging, but let's see if we can get a peek. I'm gonna have to fly low over the Colorado River down here. I believe it's the Colorado. Let's see if we can see the Bright Angel Campground. I think that's going to be almost around here, I think. So we're approaching it. Maybe it's this one down here. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be able to see because maybe the bridge will be modeled. Maybe we'll be able to see the little. It's a tiny little you know, rope bridge at the time. It was at least, or that you cross. It's like a single file bridge that you cross to get down there. And there was these gorgeous flowers. So these, I think they're called night flowers. They open at night. It's very beautiful. Natural landscape. Quite harsh, but very beautiful. So let's see, is this it? That possibly is Bright Angel Campground right there, but I don't think so, because I don't see the little bridge would be a bit further up. No, that's not it. I think it's the next little gully over, if you will. So this is one, I don't know if these are called gullies, I forget. I think it's this one here, maybe. Up ahead. The Grand Canyon in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's the south wall. We're flying closer to the north wall over here. I think this may be it down here. I think this may be Bright Angel Campground. Maybe the next one over. Let's wait a little bit. I don't see a bridge modeled. I mean, it'd be very surprising to me if they show this tiny little single file bridge. That's it right there. There's the bridge, there's a single file bridge. They do model it fantastic. So I crossed that about 15 years ago. And there's Bright Angel Campground. They actually have like modeled some little houses there. Fantastic. Yeah, so this was the trail that we descended. This trail here that I'm seeing, this is what we walked down. It took 8 hours to walk that. Okay, from up there all the way up there. And now let's try to get to the south wall. Yeah, that's the campground where we stay there. And I think some presidents, they have a ranch or ghost or phantom ranch or thinking. I think that's up over there. It's a bit further from the campground. I think some presidents of this country met after the war there or something. Okay, and this is the trail you take to go back up over there. And I think, let me take a quick look at a reference shot here to see it on stream if I can. There it is. I think I have to look around here a bit because that was taken from very low, so you know it changes the perspective. But it's from down here somewhere that photograph was taken, possibly here. Let's lower our speed. Make sure that let's lower the throttle. Let's turn that picture off real quick. All right. Yeah, it was around here somewhere, looking towards there, I think. But quite a bit lower. So good to be back here. The Grand Canyon Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, Henning, Tennessee, scam likely. I'm not gonna pick it up. Let's turn back around. I don't want to crash, to smear myself on the canyon wall here. That is like, there's a name for, I think that's Monument. I think the name of that rock formation there, or maybe it's that one of those. And the Grand Canyon, look at these beautiful red and green shades here. That's I think it's either the Bright Angel or the Cape Bab. I think it's the Bright Angel that goes back up, and the Cape Bab is the one we took to go down. I always mix up the two. But up there's the visitor center. We're gonna try to buzz some tourists. Okay, there it is. That's from that picture. You see that trail down there? It was from down there that you can see this photograph. That you can that on the bottom of the photograph you see that trail. It was that trail there. And I was let me make sure I don't crash here. I was probably down there when I took the photo somewhere. You kind of like walk back and forth, and then you cross over to the other side and you walk back and forth more, and there's cactuses and there's little lizards and there's snakes and this. See, I was like around there, aiming the camera over there, and you can see all the way up there, and that's that photograph. Okay, I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but it was a wonderful trip. I'm very happy to. It was like, you know, a bit of an accomplishment to go down there and then go back up without, you know, dying of thirst or a snake bite or something. You know, for me it was a big accomplishment. Okay, I'm no SA. I only play Special Air Services Commando. You know, when I watch Rambo movies or when I play Arma or Ghost Recon Breakpoint and stuff like that. In real life, I'm you know, just a flight video game fan. Okay. All right. All right, so we're gonna try to climb up. I'm at 5,000 feet and climbing. Can we clear this? I don't know. Let's give it a shot. There's the visitor center. You can see it. Let's try to clear the visitor center. Fuel. Oh, fuel running low. Right now, wow, it's gonna be right on time. Yeah, fuel running low. Alright, that's annoying. This master switch here is... Can I clear it? Where's the master switch clear? Alright. Hope I don't crash. Okay, let me zoom out again. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, and we're gonna clear. We are gonna clear. We're gonna make it. Okay. Here's the visitor center. Ciao a tutti, room. All right. I think that was the visitor center over there. Let's do one. Let's do one pass on the visitor center itself. There was like a train there, I remember, a locomotive. This is the visitor center right here. And over here you have like this this parking lot, and you have like the views that you can see the Grand Canyon. This is what you see from this side, from the south wall of the Grand Canyon. So you can see this is really great distances. They're not close one side of the canyon to the other. I'm not sure how many kilometers or miles it is, but it's not small. And there it is. Someone down there in the canyon, another pilot flying low inside. I'm low on fuel here. I'm gonna put my flaps back up because I had put them down by mistake. And we're gonna go and land because we're at 2 hours of stream time. Alright, let's do a very low pat. Let's scare the tourists here. I'm gonna get down below the canyon so they don't see me. They're like, what the heck happened to that guy, you know? And then we're going to go really close. Hopefully it won't crash. Right above their heads, alright. Oh, that was pretty close, a little bit too close for comfort. And now we're headed down to, let's check air traffic control. Tune Canyon Atis on 124.300. Oh.
Canyon Airport Information India 21000.
Tune to the Canyon Tower. Canyon Tower Atis on 124.300. Request full stop landing, please.
Canyon Tower, Lovely Bird 1 is 6 miles north with Juliet to land. Lovely Bird 1 Canyon Tower. Fly straight and runway 21. Altimeter 29er, 2 wind 258 at 20.
Canyon Tower, Lovely Bird 1. Oh. Canyon Tower, Lovely Bird 1, solid copy, coming into land, runway 21 with winds at 258 at 20. Alright. Okay, so that means we have to land at runway 21. Okay, we're flying south here, so runway 21 we're gonna go in from this direction, I think, because runway 21 is about south-southwest. I look up here because I have this this thing over here. I have a compass rose of back azimuth over here, okay? And you can actually download one if you want, a Hypertext Hero, and print it out. These help in video games where you have to tell someone where the gunfire is coming from or where the runway is. These are useful things to have, and you slowly get better at it, telling bearings instead of just numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna cut down the throttle. I'm almost in the red here. The fuel is like in the yellow. Okay, and there it is. I think that's gonna be runway 21. Let's just zoom in and see if we can see the number on the runway. Let's do. I'm just gonna go straight in for landing. I think I don't need to. What was the wind that they told me? 258 at 20. So the wind is coming from 258. So the wind is coming from the southwest. Okay. The west, about west-southwest the wind is coming from. So I'm going to be flying pretty much, let's see, almost into the wind. Alright, let's put the landing gear down. I'll give you an outside view of the landing gear so you can see this cool little mechanical animation in this game here. It's kind of like the P-40 World War II aircraft. It comes around almost like a bird, the legs of a bird. We're landing this mechanical bird, whirly bird. We're flying here. And okay, I'm gonna put the flaps down. Let's take an outside view as well. There are the flaps coming down. You see like the lift start increasing, so the nose starts going up. I have to trim down the nose a little bit so that you know, we don't like lose too much airspeed and stall and crash and make a crater here near the Grand Canyon. And now I can tell the wind is coming towards because the airplane slowed down quite a lot. I'm at 62 knots here. Okay, it's slowing down a lot, and we're just gonna. You see those two like big white bars there? That's generally where you aim to touch and go to touch down. The pilots like Chuck Yeager, like the crazy test pilots, they would like aim right at the edge and as close to that as possible sometimes just to show their skill. But I'm just gonna try to touch down. I'm gonna keep those two black, white bars over there in the center, and I'm gonna reduce the throttle. When you're in landing configuration, your speed is controlled by the stick, and your height is controlled by the throttle, which is counterintuitive, you know, because the more power you give, the higher you're gonna go. The higher you're gonna go, and the less power you go, the faster you're gonna go down. So I'm gonna just aim right there. Just I passed it a little bit, but that's all right. I'm gonna do an external landing just to show you maybe the suspension system of this airplane over here. All right, very gently down. Okay, very gently. All right, and a little touch there. Not bad. Solid copy, Grand Canyon National Park Air Traffic Control. We'll exit the runway as soon as I can. Here there's a little yellow thing. Thank you, Elias. 1-2 boss. Okay. I think brakes was this button. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's tune to the ground here. We exit the runway. Let me put the brakes here. And let's acknowledge ground handoff.
121.9er for Lovely Bird 1.
I'll stop here and see where they want me to park. Okay, request taxi to parking.
Canyon Ground, Lovely Bird 1, request taxi to parking. Lovely Bird 1, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Delta Papa Echo Cross Runway 21 Charlie Papa.
DPE Cross Runway 21 Charlie Papa. General aviation I think is going to be here. So I think I missed. I should have got off earlier. So I think I'm just going to turn left here and hope that that's the right direction. Oh, okay, not too much power here. Let me acknowledge the taxi clearance. Okay, yeah. Copy that, Canyon ATC. Acknowledge the taxi clearance to DPE Cross Runway 21 Charlie Papa. Okay, I took the wrong taxi. I think that's okay. We'll just, are these the people waiting for me? I think I can park wherever I want. I don't think I have to park at a particular place. So let's just park over here. Slow down a little bit. Alright, and eventually I'm going to have a track IR. Let's not run over... Oh, here you go. Let's not run over these guys. And, you know, chop them into little bits with my propeller. That wouldn't be very nice. Okay, let's brake over here. Alright, stop. Fantastic. Alright, so we did it. I'm going to turn on the parking brakes. Let's see if we can switch off the ignition to turn off the propeller to, you know, do everything to the right. Segment equals to off. And that should be it. And here we are. Thank you so much for being with me here on this flight from the Monument Valley to the Grand Canyon. I'm going to come back a little later for a flight in Rio de Janeiro to land in Recreio dos Bandeirantes, a beach in Rio de Janeiro near where I lived for a few years. You know, I'm from Brazil originally, so my niece at her 18th birthday, I'm going to land there to wish her a happy birthday a little later. But right now it's been 2 hours, 8 minutes. 1-2 Baz to Bats. Thanks so much. Thanks Elias. Thanks Bats. Thanks for everyone who's been viewing here. And whoa, this guy's got a headache. What's going on here? I think someone has a headache. Does he have a headache? Oh, okay. She has a headache. Or no, I think she was just touching the. This is awesome. I love how they animate these people here. They had the ground kangaroo, you know. It was just like you know, she has like speakers like I do. Awesome. Thank you, Claire. I don't know if that's Claire. Look at that. I don't know. That's Charlie. All right, there's a pretty little bird over here too. All right, thanks so much. That's the stream. I'll be back in probably a couple of hours. 1-2 boss out.